Card Tour Freak bitches. This is Pie Guy Alba.
And this is MKT Kid.
And we're back. We have come back from Fluvid. We've come back from COVID. I've still got a sore back. Taking horse tranquilizers and all that sort of stuff. Wink, wink. But anyway, we're back, guys. We haven't done a wee talk with these for about 3 tours. We've got a lot to talk about. There's a lot to digest. Yeah, we've had the announcements. So, yeah, it's like the end of an era, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not all doom and gloom, guys. And we're going to get into that in a wee minute, alrighty? But what we're going to do is the same as we always do, kid. What do we always do? How do we always start off the video?
Pipe pulls.
With a wee bit of music. We'll see you shortly, guys. Eesh Tool Ah! Let's go.
free.
Okay, we're back, guys.
Woohoo!
That was some good pipe pulls, man.
Yeah.
We got a good haul of coins and not as many rubies as we normally get, but yeah, that was pretty cool. So obviously, guys, before we go into the big news, and we all know what the big news is, we've discussed it since the news came out. Have to say, what we said at the start of the video is I had COVID and then I had fluvid, and the boy had fluvid, and he's just started high school, which in Britain is a big thing for us. And he was off for a week. In fact, we were off for a week and 2 days.
Yeah.
So we never really did anything because we couldn't really, obviously, do anything. What I have to say is we need to talk about the courses that we never actually got to speak about. Squeaky Clean Sprint, what a course that is.
Yeah.
Easily the top 3 courses of any Mario Kart game. And it was just superb. I liked, you could go different variations, and
Yeah.
the soundtrack was amazing as
Yeah.
well, actually.
I like the music notes in the T version.
Yeah, that was really, really cool. Although I don't know who still takes an old style radio into the bath with them these days. That's a pure electrician no, electrification.
Yeah.
You're going to get zapped, folks.
Yeah. And sadly, someone lost their wee wedding ring in the sewers.
It could have been Big Birdle.
Big Birdle. A lot of people have been saying it's the binding band from Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah, that's a good theory, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like how they tie it in, because in Mario Kart Tour they've always tied in Odyssey
Yeah.
more than kind of any other thing, I guess, haven't they? Really.
Yeah.
So so it's squeaky clean sprint, guys. Can't wait till it comes back. Love it, absolutely love it. And then we never got to talk about Madrid. 1 and 2, or uno and dos.
Un, dos.
I don't know what it is. It could have been that. It could have been Mexican. I have no idea. Unos dos.
Unos, dos, tres, cuatros.
Is that not French?
I think it is.
Probably.
From...
If there's any French people living in Spain, man, you'll know what we're talking about. Madrid 1 and 2 was excellent. The biggest take that I take from that is the Bernabeu Stadium where Real Madrid play.
Yeah.
And us as Barcelona players, you're actually wearing your Barcelona top tonight.
Yep.
We didn't appreciate that. No. We should have went through the new camp, man. Come on, the Camp Nou. What's happening, Nintendo? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get on board with the Catalans, man.
Yeah. I love the wee wigglers in the plaza in the 2 version.
Yeah, the two. I have to say, Madrid 2 was infinitely better than
1.
1.
Yeah.
But the 2 of them were excellent. It was a nice city course.
The
But
music...
they kind of looked the same. It was the music, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to take that on?
Yeah, my favourite part of the music was like when you went through the football stadium and like the tune kind of changed. And that tune, I would say, fits more for Rome. But
Yeah, there was a couple of people said that, wasn't it?
yeah,
But the Rome music's banging as well.
yeah. But I think the like Madrid football like music bit is way better for Rome.
I just love the flamenco guitars. The flamenco guitars were absolutely superb.
Yeah.
So anyway, folks, that's our take on the courses that we missed. Actually, so what did we talk about? Do you know? There's only really one thing you talk about, really. After this, we're not even interested in what's coming next or anything like that.
No.
This is huge. It's been reverberating around the community. There's still people talking about it. In fact, I don't like using the word community because there are communities. I would use the word cliques, right? And I don't necessarily like cliques because I think cliques are very narrow-minded in their approach and all of that sort of stuff. Because there are bigger communities out there and there are bigger, content creators out there than North America and all that sort of stuff. But I'm not going to get into that because that's kind of negative and I don't want to be negative. We have found excellent content creators who are very positive and see the game for what they are. And I would like to point out Pengu26 because me and Pengu were talking on Pengu's channel a long time ago. And Pengu put out a video about it's the end of Mario Kart. And, we've came to the end of Mario Kart. And he was correct. And you could see in the comment section, there was a lot of people in denial and there was a lot of people this. And they were quoting this and they were quoting that and they were quoting, you know, the amount of money made and the amount of revenue and all that sort of stuff. And we can get into that later on, but I mean, folks, you know, and it's actually quite funny because I've seen content creators now coming out that the game's basically finished, right? Before I go down the other thread, and this is the positive part of it, what Mario Kart Tour is actually entering into is the phase that Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has been in since it's come out. Mario Kart Tour, the developers and all that sort of stuff have said, you know, this is your whack. This is you. These are the players that you've got to play with. These are the karts that you've got to play with. These are the gliders that you've got to play with. Enjoy. Right? So I had it took me a lot of processing time to actually come up with that positivity. And the positivity I'm going to say to the Mario Kart Tour players, community for a better word, cliques for a better word, is that this game is now entering into Mario Kart 8 territory, right? Where you're not going to get any updates. Apart from the DLC, how many updates did you see in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? Apart from the DLC when Mario Kart Tour was introduced, absolutely zero. Okay, so Mario Kart Tour has now entered into the Mario Kart 8 world. What we have is what we have. Now, the positive on that, from my perspective and from the kids' perspective, is that Mario Kart Tour in this version will still be better than Mario Kart 8. Now, I'm not talking about the anti-gravity, and I'm not talking about the obvious upgrade on the graphics and all of that kind of stuff, and getting to choose your tyres or your, you know, what's your optimum level on gliders, karts, tyres, all that sort of stuff. The thing that made Mario Kart Tour what Mario Kart Tour was that we were getting updates every 2 weeks, and that's what kept it fresh, that's what kept it enjoyable, and now we don't have that. However, what we still have on Mario Kart Tour is still, in my opinion, and this is only my opinion and this is only the kids' opinion, is still better than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because now you have the choice to actually upgrade things. If you don't want to play ranked anymore, don't play ranked anymore. If you want to still upgrade things while we're in this phase of the game to get to tier 99, to get your gold knee suit, to get all that stuff, I still think this will play out, you know, and I believe that in my heart, that this will play out for a long, long time. How that might not work for whales or dolphins and people who might have a lot of the meta stuff in the game at a high level is the boredom factor, because there was a lot of new courses added this year, obviously to coincide with the last DLC release, right? That's what Nintendo wanted, and COVID played a massive part of that, right? We wouldn't have seen the amount of courses released this year if it hadn't been for COVID, because that was always the plan. It was a slow release to the end of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe last DLC release, and that was Nintendo's big plan, to try and bring over all of the deluxe players into Mario Kart Tour, and hopefully get Mario Kart Tour players into, you know, if they hadn't bought a Switch or if they'd got a Switch or anything, and they just didn't have Mario Kart 8 on it, do you know what I mean? So the way I saw it, you know, and people like Pengu and all that, it was an experiment. Has that experiment worked? I'm not really sure it has. But however, what we're left with now is that Mario Kart Tour, in whatever shape it goes onwards, after the anniversary tour and after the battle tour, and we'll certainly know when the Halloween tour comes along what shape this game is going to play for the future. I think, in my opinion, is still in better shape than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because you'll still have more options. And what I mean by that is you're going to see all these new karts, new drivers, new gliders that have been introduced, rushed this year, who still have, I think it's, we watched a podcast somewhere, didn't we? 550 tracks, or close to that.
Yeah.
There's 550 tracks on Mario Kart Tour.
Yeah.
There's a lot of buffing to be done.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of buffing to be done. And what I would say, folks, in that, what you also have is, which I in the kids game haven't reached yet. We've got a lot of nasty items that are like top tier on so many courses. It's like, you know, you're going in with a coin boxer, you've managed to nab a coin boxer, and you've managed to nab a coin boxer, or a top skill, giant banana, etc., right? But what you don't want to be doing is, you don't want to be trying to optimise your scores and your potential in ranked and an ACR, a giant banana character, and the best glider you've got is a green shell character, because that's just absolutely nasty. What you want to do in that instance is, and what I'm trying to do with my game since we got to tier 99, was that I was looking at things and I was looking at courses where I didn't really have the optimal, you know, setup. The optimal setup, folks, really what you want to do is, if you've got a coin box character, don't use a coin glider. Use a bomb glider, use a bullet bill glider, use a blooper glider, use a lightning glider, because you don't get them in first place. And if you're front running in first place, you ain't going to get those frenzies in first place. So your chances of getting a coin box frenzy are increased. Where boomerang comes in play, where giant banana comes in play, and where lucky 7 comes in play is, if you've got a maxed out coin glider, right, that's what you want to optimally do. So going forward, I'd like to see all those courses coming back, and I'd like to optimise my playing experience by getting the best scores that I can. And I think going forward, ranked will still be in play, and I think going forward, ACR will still be in play. So it's all about kind of maintaining that. And my account, as I've said, since we got to 99, is I'm trying to optimise. I'm looking at my top shelves now, and I'm going, could I get a bigger cart with a coin box driver? Because what we did, me and the kid, we never ever put tickets on items that were used specifically in city courses, right? Because it was a waste of resources. Because the city courses, up until this year actually, well, I'd say maybe over a year now, the city courses have come back sporadically more and more and more, and we're going to see it next tour, in the anniversary tour. If you've watched Koopa V's information drop, we're going to be getting the last variations of the last city tours that have been released, which is nice, you know, because they're excellent courses. So what you wanted, so we never ever, we would always rank down, because there was always people that were ranking up, and they were using their tickets and they were using their resources, because all they wanted to do was rank up and rank up and rank up. But that necessarily wasn't the best case scenario, especially if you look at what is your best 10 karts, you know, drivers and gliders in the game that would give you a bigger overall coverage, a bigger coverage that you could actually have a chance of going up, you know. So we just didn't do it in city courses, you know. So that may change if city courses are going to come back all the time, and now you're looking at items that have been introduced. and we're seeing a lot more coin buffs, especially with Gold Me and the question block me suit that went on, specifically went on, comes to mind is Paris, you know, because I remember playing, you know, the last kind of 2 or 3 tours and going in and going, I don't remember having that coin box on that. And without thinking, you'd go in and play and you would get a really good run. And some of the instances on that was I was playing a Paris course that my lifetime best was like 15,000. And now I'm up at like 38, 39, 40,000 because there's a coin box character on top of it. So yeah, there's lots of potential moving forward for this game. I wouldn't say everything's doom and gloom. Me personally, and I've spoke to the kid about this, didn't I, kid?
Yes.
See if the Nintendo were moving forward, I personally would have loved to have seen the announcement that they weren't going to introduce any more karts and gliders, because it's saturated. It's absolutely saturated with karts and gliders.
Yeah.
But I would have liked to have seen a wee reskin, you know,
Yeah.
now and again. You know, a new character. If they'd have taken that out, and that's just a wee bit of critique from me. That's not me being egotistical, and that's not me saying, oh, I want this and I want that. It's just a wee thing that came to me actually this afternoon. Do you know, it would have been good. It would have been good if they'd have just kept the characters going, because I think everybody would have been happy with new characters and not necessarily with karts and gliders. But we are where we are, folks. It's a change. It's a massive, massive change. And already looking around certain other content creators and like Facebook posts on Mario Tour Global and UK and US and all that sort of stuff, there's inevitably going to be a lot of people dropping out of the game. My message to them would be, get to the Halloween tour and just see how the Halloween tour's looking, because that's when all of the changes come in. It's from the Halloween tour onwards. So just stay calm, folks. You know, that is my take on it. And honestly, I've tried to play the DLC on Mario Kart 8. It just doesn't have the same feel, guys.
No.
There's no frenzies, you know, the things that we have in Mario Kart Tour are absolutely unique. And in my opinion, it's the best Mario Kart there's ever been. You can talk about track limitations with the action counts and all that. You can talk about other things in the game with the graphics not being as good as Mario Kart 8, and the graphics aren't as good as Mario Kart 8. We're not fooling anybody here. However, the graphics are good enough, and that's the point. You know what I mean? All of the stuff, all of the naysayers, and I could name them. We followed them. We stopped following them. We stopped following them for their negativity. But I'm trying really hard not to say anything here. There was nothing about this game, and I'm going to say something right now to anybody that's listening. I've never put a complaint ticket into Nintendo in this game ever, other than the gameplay. Right, something about my gameplay that wasn't right, or you know, there was something happening, or I had technical issues on my account that I maybe couldn't log in or anything like that. I put a ticket in, I put a service ticket in. I never complained about this game once, and my boy never complained about this game once. And I'm very proud of that. And I think the people, and I think the content creators that were encouraging people to put complaint tickets in, that they were masquerading as critique for the game, how to move the game forward and all that. It was nothing like that. It was just spoiled children complaining to Mario Kart that the things that they wanted in the game weren't coming. And I said this on a content creator's live stream when they were doing an emergency live stream about the state of the game and what's going to happen and is the game going to end. You know, if you're Nintendo and Nintendo are looking at every bit of stat, they're looking at who's playing the game, they're looking at the money that they're generating, they're looking at everything that this game is coming out. And Nintendo and all of the guys that are responsible for the various operations in the game go into a head office in Japan, and one of the categories is, how many complaints did we receive this month? How many complaints did we receive about the content of this tour? Because Nintendo would have had all of that. And I get very, very angry about that, because if that's part of the reason why Nintendo have decided to shelve this game, and don't get me wrong, before anybody jumps on and goes me, there is a lot of other reasons. But can you imagine Nintendo going to their meetings, their board meetings every month and pulling up their graphs and saying, okay, so how many complaints did we get this tour? How many complaints did we get this month? And there was content creators out there that were actively telling people to put tickets into Nintendo every tour to complain about something because they didn't get what they wanted. And that's all I'm going to say about that, guys. So, would you like anything to say about that, buddy?
To be honest, I'm a bit angry too, because everyone should be thankful of the game that they play.
Exactly.
And how hard Nintendo put work into their game. And
especially through COVID, and that's what angers me. There was people putting service tickets and complaint tickets into Nintendo through COVID. I mean, come on, guys.
And obviously that was a hard time.
It was a hard time. It was a very hard time for everybody.
Yeah.
A very hard time for everybody, and there was, you would go on and, is that it? Why is this not happening? Why are we getting this again? When they shortened was it the 3DS Rainbow Road?
Yeah.
The comments were absolutely disgusting. Mm-hmm. It was just absolutely disgusting. And then Stud Fit and Anti-Life came out and goes like, listen, you children, spoiled children, you don't understand the demographics of the game. Nintendo's not going to put in a 400 action count course. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They've got to keep it a level playing. So there was courses that we'd played previously on other consoles that had been lengthened. There was courses that had been shortened. The action count for Coinbox is what? 230, 240. In some instances, when you get the level up and all that sort of stuff, the scores went up. But the action counts didn't really go up. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? The action counts were the action counts, but you still had all these spoiled children, and I'm talking about 30, 40-year-old people, man, encouraging other people on their channel to constantly moan and constantly complain about this game, man. Hang your heads in shame, man. There was nothing in this game to complain about. Absolutely nothing. Because every 2 weeks, and every 28 days, it was just an absolute joy to open up this game and to play it and to speak to people. And for me, massively, my kid's been playing this since he was 7. Do you know what I mean? He's now in high school and he's going to be 12 this November. And you know, it's brought us together. We come home, we sit about it we sit around and we play and we talk about it constantly. And it's just, you know, where's the negativity in that?
And the game doesn't ever get old for me.
No, the courses never get old for me.
No.
There's courses that I don't like,
Yeah.
right? Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, at the end of the day, who cares? Because still having, if this game was to only give me all of the courses that I didn't like, I would still play it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And a lot of people were complaining about like characters.
Yeah.
Especially with like the Bowsers and all that. Like they never, like people always wanted like a new Bowser all, but every Bowser tour they all complained because there wasn't a new Bowser.
Yeah. We had nothing to complain about, did we, mate?
No.
No.
We were just thankful about the game that we were playing, and it brought us joy.
Yeah, so as wee Pengu says, you know, I have got nothing but gratitude for this game. 4 years of absolute joy playing the best Mario Kart game that I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm 51, guys. I've played them all. I've played them all with my mates. We played them when we were waiting on the bus to go into Glasgow and we were going for a night out and all that sort of stuff. I've played them all, man. Right? This is the best Mario Kart game there's ever been. And like I say, Nintendo shutting it down, there could be loads of other reasons. They shut a lot of the Android users out because the constant software updates to keep the game going shafted a lot of people. There was a lot of people's phones who weren't compatible. There was a lot of people who couldn't afford the phones to make the game compatible. There was iOS users that had the same issue. And one of the biggest reasons as well is having to get rid of gotcha. Because the whales weren't, playing and spending the money that they had. Like I say, I think Nintendo, there was an experiment with Nintendo. They were trying to get all the MK8 players to come over and play MKT, and there was a split in the camp there, and there would have probably been a lot of complaints about that with the MK8 players.
Yeah.
You know, we're probably looking at one of the best games that we've ever played on a mobile handheld device that's probably been the most complained about game in history. Yeah. And it's certainly, you know, I would hazard and I would say with 100% confidence, you know, it's definitely the most complained game about, you know, that Nintendo's ever released.
And we've came a long way up until now.
Yeah, and I'll apologise to Nintendo for all the people that complained, because the only way that they're going to know how good this game was is when you take it away, and unfortunately that's what's going to end up happening. And this announcement has only been it's a short reprieve, you know. So, you know, enjoy the rope, guys, because you've hung yourself, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, peeps, moving on. And here's a funeral suit, you know. The last Nitro course that Nintendo made, you know. Mario comes out with his black suit and he's smiling, he's got the worst skill possible. But there you go, folks, released through Madrid, the last course that was ever made. Possibly, we don't know, they could have made other courses, but you know, the last Nitro course, and Mario is suitably attired in his black suit. But we did get this guy
with the coin box.
So, kid, is it going to be the last coin boxer? Because we're not going to drop any spoilers. Right, but yeah. Cooper V did put his video out, and for anybody who's been playing this game long enough, potentially the last reskin character coming to this game was only going to ever be one guy.
Yeah.
It was a guy that everybody was asking for.
Yeah.
that they wanted. We don't know what his skill's going to be. We could surmise what his skill's going to be. However, I'd like to see triple coins. I'd like to see a coin character.
I would have liked to see coin vacuum.
Coin vacuum, yeah.
But to the answer to your question, no, I don't think Wiggler's going to be the last coin boxer.
Yeah, it would be interesting, leaving the game on 2 coin boxers.
Yeah.
And I don't care about overlap, and I don't care about any of that stuff. It's just...
Because we've got to that point in the game where we've achieved our goals and just want to play the game.
Yeah, and just have fun.
Yeah.
So do you want to talk about your account and what you're going to do? What's your ambitions? Because up until the Halloween tour, you could reach a wee milestone.
Yes. And that is finally reaching tier 99 on my account. I've came a long way. I must say I could have gotten tier 99 quite sooner. But I just didn't have the loadouts on certain ranks, so...
And we didn't upgrade for city courses ever.
No, so I always seem to go down. But I am on tier 96 now.
3 to go.
3 to go. And hopefully I'll get there in the end. But...
Oh, you will, mate.
Yeah.
You did 99 on my account. So.
Yes, and you're working on what you want to do, who you want to level up now, because we've got to that point in the game where we just want to invest in stuff that we love instead of ranked.
Yeah. And I said to you, it's actually funny, I said that to Matt Aldridge on Matt's live stream this morning. Well, Matt was streaming last night in New Zealand, my Antipodean buddy. And I was just saying that once we got to 99, it was just, I wasn't interested in doing the extreme challenges. I just didn't see the point in it. I'm not chasing badges. I'm not stressing out, and because although I didn't necessarily put tickets on things and level things up to get to ranked, I did when I reached tier 90.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to get to 99. And there was a couple of failures along the way. So I started investing for ranked on items that I wouldn't have invested in ordinarily. So my thing is, on my account, and I said that on Matt's live stream this morning, there's actually only 2 drivers that I want on my account going forward. And that's the Santa Me and the Larry Me. And that's it. That's all I need for my coverage.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bother with karts and gliders, because what I've got just now is I've got coverage. What I do want to do is I want to take my soap bar glider up to 7, and I want to take my Roy oil paper, which is the best looking glider in the game, because I just love Roy. I love that whole DJ vibe that he's got.
Roy the boy.
Roy the boy, man.
He's
His
your
headphones on, he is my man, do you know what I mean? It's just, Roy's a dude, you know, his glasses on and his, you know, his bandana and all that sort of stuff. And I love purple.
Yeah.
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 So so from 99, if I go down, you know, I'm just going to treat ranked as, if I've got the loadouts, I've got the loadouts. See, if I don't have the loadouts, I'm quite happy going down. I don't care. Yeah. You know, I'm just going to enjoy what's left of this wonderful game. And like I said in an earlier monologue, I'm going to look at certain courses and see, can I get a bigger car? Can I get a better glider? Can I get better compatibility with the top shelf drivers that I've got? Yeah, you know, there's no hassle now. The stress is taken off. It's just absolute fun.
Yeah.
But we don't talk about multiplayer. Oh, aye.
Bye. bye, see ya,
Yeah.
never come back, bye.
See, bye.
Bye. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, swiftly.
Swiftly.
So what are you going to do when you get to 99, buddy? What's your plans?
Just the same as you, just collect items that I want and just invest in stuff that I love.
Yeah.
I want to like work on the Nabbit parachute.
Yeah.
I really do like that glider. One of my wish list gliders is the Aurora balloon, so if I do get that, I would like to take that up.
Yeah. You liked that set, didn't you? You liked the whole Rosalina.
Aurora, yeah.
Yeah, the Aurora set.
Yeah.
And that's quite funny because we are now sitting and we're talking about this game and stuff, and there was just there was something that popped into my head again this afternoon because I've been thinking about the game a lot actually. It was like, remember when they used to do the tour reveals and they used to give you the silhouette
Oh, yeah.
of the characters?
Yeah, like it showed you the course and then they just shaded out the character in black.
Yeah.
I remember like watching Yoshi Bear.
And see, it's just before you say that, you talking about Rosalina. It was Rosalina Aurora. That one always sticks out in my mind because we were watching the content creators at the time going, well, who could that be? Who could that be? It's obviously a girl, it's a princess and all that sort of stuff.
I don't know if Wario was shown or was...
Yeah, Wario Hiker.
Was he?
Yeah, I think he was because he came out the same tour. That was when that was one of the first tours they started releasing the two characters.
Yeah, I can't remember if he was in this. No, he was. I think he was behind Rosalina.
Mm-hmm. The two of them were side by side.
Yeah, but just of course blackened out.
Yep.
But yeah, Yoshi Bear was the most fun, and he still is when he does these like tour reviews, because you know how like for the city tours they were like making artwork of the character and like the city and all that, and especially for like the B trailers, he always used to say the green suit was the turtle guys.
Yeah, from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, and so I loved that so much, and the one that really stands out to me was him looking at the silhouette of Rosalina and thinking it was Elsa.
Yeah, that's right.
And he was like, "Oh, is Rosalina pregnant?
It's Elsa Frozen.
Who's pregnant?" And I can't remember what he said about Wario. I don't think he said anything.
No, because I remember that when Wario Hiker came out, that threw everybody. Yeah. Everybody was like, no, didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And I think
and that was the first Wario all, I think.
Yeah.
Apart from the, of course, Super reskin.
And I think it's important. To give a massive shout out to our community, for want of a better word, for the content creators that are no longer doing it and the content creators that are here. And before I shout out anybody's names, I'd like to thank you all for the effort that you've put in, because everybody's living their own lives, and you did so much to help myself that I could pass on to the kid about strats. There, you know, we used to sit down and watch the strat videos and see what lines we were going to take, and then we were watching other strat videos about, you know, because you know we've come through a lot. You know, it's like, you know, use a bomb glider with a coin box driver because you don't get a bomb frenzy in first, and it's just like, you know, you don't get a blooper frenzy in first. And there was so many guys that did so many things, and there was just guys that were content creators that just, you know, they're having a laugh. You know,
the pipe pool videos.
The pipe pool videos were superb.
Yeah.
Go Shiny Hunter. His what word can I say? His pursuit of Penguin Toad, when Penguin Toad was released, Go Shiny Hunter lives in Britain the same as us, and because of the British saving time, Go Shiny Hunter was in the first one ranked, and he needed 45 rubies to go into the pipe
Yeah.
to see if he could get Penguin Toad, and he got up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Imagine waking
And he
up.
collected, before the reset at 6 o'clock in the morning.
You almost did that with, I can't remember which tour, but I think you were about to pull a pipe, and then you got, no, it was Chuck from the Spotlight Shop, Go Chuck,
Yeah.
and then you're like, I'm going back to sleep after you got him.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that's right. I did
Yeah,
that.
really.
I had to get up before the reset at 7 o'clock. I think it got up at 6 o'clock,
Yeah,
and we were in first.
yeah.
I got my 45 rubies, and I managed to get
Go
Gold
Chuck,
Chuck
finally.
finally.
And then
Came
you're
into my
like,
shop, man.
and then you were like, oh, I'm going back to bed, man.
I'm going back to bed. I woke the kid up and I went through and I showed him the phone, and the kid opened his eyes, put his glasses on, and he went, "Oh, that's nice." And I'm like, I'm away back to bed.
One of the funnier moments.
Oh, and remember we used to do pipe pulls at like 12 o'clock at night? I used to wake you up
Yeah.
when you were looking
my
for
gosh.
a
I remember
party time.
I remember what it was during the festival tour. When Yokata debuted, you pulled on the second week pipe, and you always kept waking me up because you got rubies and you decided to pull.
Yep.
I
That's
mean,
right.
we made, I don't know, but we made weird decisions on pipes because Peach Kimono, who's Mushroom Cannon, Hakama was in there, and Happy was in there, and they didn't have good buffs, but we just did it for fun.
Yeah, but there were
And-
such beautiful renders, and that's the thing about.
Yeah.
That's the thing that differentiates this game from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, is that you've got so many beautiful renders, you've got so many beautiful characters. It doesn't matter if they're useful or not.
Yeah.
Just.
And that's what made pipe pulling so fun, because even though Aurora didn't have any good coverage, everyone still wanted to pull the pipe just
to
for
get
our
her.
looks.
Yeah, just to get her.
Yeah.
And you see that now. You see that now with Draco. Draco's been playing this game. He's doing the princess
Yeah.
thing. Do you know what I
Mushroom
mean?
Legacy.
The Mushroom Legacy.
Yep. He's just going all in with the princesses.
You've seen other guys that are just, they're doing the banana thing, they're doing the Kong things.
Yoshi Bear doing the Yoshis.
Yoshi Bear doing the Yoshi thing and all that. And so.
Frenzy Fans doing Bowser.
Yep. All of these guys. So that's what I wanted to say. Right, so OG guys, Go Shiny Hunter. Thank you, mate. Your strat videos were absolutely superb. Carlos 85, man, your input into this game cannot be underestimated, by the way. The amount of money that you spent on this game, dude. If I was to say somebody single-handedly, monetary wise kept this game alive, it was you, dude. And I loved your positivity. Every tour, every new tour reaction video, you were just like a kid in a sweetie shop, man.
And even in live chat, he just he didn't accept all the negativity of people talking about the tour and all that, and he was just like, please don't spread any negativity about the tour.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about our boy Yoshi Bear, man, this dude came out with the bear. The bear hat with the frog on top, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's just
that's hilarious.
absolute legend. And if this game ever finishes, and I know it took a lot for you to do your face reveal, dude, but it was just superb. I used to love watching you with your Yoshi mask on, and it was brilliant.
Oh, remember the April Fool's video when he made mocks of the Koopalings, Wendy being Wendy's from the restaurant, I think it's in America, and then Larry being a crab or something.
Yeah, Yoshi Bear has been the most fun content creator since the beginning, man. So massive kudos, Yoshi Bear.
He did funny shorts as well. this is why you should buy Funky Kong, and then he just kept repeating and repeating of Funky Kong's voice and all that.
I know, and then he remember he was pulling for Dixie and Funky and all that,
It was
oh.
it was kind of the way how my pipes went. I had like 346 rubies, and I was like, Dad, can I maybe try and go for Funky Kong? And I ended up with 0 rubies in the end, so that was great.
Aye, it was just
Regrets.
Regrets. I've had a few. I did it my way, but anyway. Yoshi Bear, man, massive kudos to you, buddy. Massive kudos to Pengu26, just a young content creator. Absolutely fantastic. His positivity has been absolutely immense. I want to say a massive wee shout out to David Games. David Games has come a long way in a very short space of time. He's now a freshman at college. His content from the beginning to now has been absolutely superb. Keep going with it. You know, I used to DM you on your Discord and all that sort of stuff, so you know, massive shout out.
And I've got good use of his like Mario Kart website, like making own pipes and all that.
Yeah, you've been making your own pipes on your laptop and all that, haven't you, buddy? Also, massive shout out to StudFit, primarily, and John Tabor as well. John Tabor did things in this game at the start that helped me out massively. It helped me understand my game. Although you could physically see it, you needed to see. I physically needed to see something up on the screen that said, right, this is X amount of courses, blah 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 blah, this X amount of ranked appearances and all that sort of stuff. And John Tabor rightly got a study from the StudFit Awards. John Tabor, miss you, man. I miss your algorithm. I've said that on StudFit's thing. I would like to see Tabor's algorithm up against the new algorithm, because I don't think the new algorithm works. But that's just me. That's just my opinion, and I'm allowed to have that opinion.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the two of them stacked up against each other. But anyway, that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Massive shout out, StudFit. You're especially in the early days before your subscriptions and all that sort of stuff. It was. I really look forward to you, especially your pipe pulling when you were taking a crap in the toilet. That was that was something.
And 2 others, one, in my opinion, who deserves to be here, and another one that you would definitely agree. Shout out to Matt.
Absolutely.
He's finally got memberships, and you know it's quite sad because he's been doing Mario Kart for ages, and with Flo, they've done good like Mario Kart myths and all that with Flo. Flo's been enjoying Mario Kart as well.
Yeah.
And they've just been doing hard work on the channel, and Matt's finally got memberships, but the game seems like it's going to be ending.
Yeah. And I hope to see, I go onto Matt's live stream quite a lot, and so do you, buddy.
Yeah.
And he's got some plans. You know, he's got some plans for keeping the game up and coming. But the big thing for me that I really love about Matt Aldridge and Flo is that I love their ticket time. I love how they interact with their friends, and I don't say fans. Nobody's got fans, okay?
No.
Unless you're a big rock star, maybe you could kind of do that.
Yeah.
Nobody's got fans. We're all friends, you know. We all interact as friends, and we're all respectful, and we all have a laugh, and we all try to kind of keep each other going and keep each other positive. Along with Yoshi and all the other guys that we've mentioned, I think Matt Aldridge is one of the most positive people that I've ever had the privilege to sit down and listen to and interact with.
Yeah.
So massive shout out to Matt Aldridge as well and Flo, because they did the me video 2 weeks ago that I watched, and it was honestly probably one of the best analytical videos that I've ever watched about this game.
Yeah.
It was absolutely superb.
Yeah.
Yeah, so massive shout out to Matt.
Yeah.
Anybody else that there's a wee guy from Montreal, I think, that you want to mention?
Draco655. I have loved his content ever since I first watched him. He's a very positive guy. Like, he's not on the same level as Matt. He doesn't criticize the game. He just like kind of a wee bit moans, but he doesn't do it regularly. He's very positive about the game, and I really appreciate that. Mm-hmm. And he enjoys doing live streams for his like friends who watch him, including me. And I've gotten in good conversation with Draco, and I managed to get him all my friends, which I was very thankful for. And I got Matt's free to play as well on my account, which I was very thankful for as well. So thank you. And Draco and his Mushroom Legacy, it will
live on forever.
Yes, and it brings everyone together.
It was like Yoshi Bear says. Draco went on to Yoshi Bear's live stream one time. I think we were doing the Cat Pro thing, and Yoshi Bear just called it absolutely right. He says, "See, if you weren't doing this Mushroom Legacy thing and you were putting into coin boxes and all that, you'd probably be the number one guy in the game."
Yeah.
And if Yoshi Bear's saying that, then that's really something.
And he does make everyone laugh as well.
Yeah.
He makes jokes about Yoshi because he doesn't like Yoshis.
I know.
And he always pretends, I'm going to fling this Yoshi out this window. And everyone's like, no, don't, no.
I know. But the last content creator, I'm also going to say a wee word for Abdallah Smash, because and who is it? Zach Scott.
Zach,
yeah,
yes.
Because we used to watch those guys an awful lot.
Yep.
I think Abdallah fell by the wayside.
Yeah.
He had personal problems and all that sort of stuff. And
sorry to cut you off. We can't forget Zach Scott's most funniest moment. I can't remember which episode.
Trick tour. He was doing the trick tour.
Yes, and also the Vancouver week 2. He was playing Vancouver and he had a bomb cannon and he used it while going up the ramp and he ended up bombing himself and he was like, "What? Are you joking? Kidding me? Who did that?
It was the one in the trick tour when he had a lucky 7 and he had a single lucky 7 and he threw the lucky 7 going up a ramp, and that was the time that I discovered, do not throw a lucky 7 up a ramp because you're going to bomb yourself. But Zach Scott's reaction to it was absolutely fine. Are you joking, kidding me? Who bombed me? It was like, dude, you bombed yourself.
Yes, like I must say, see when he decided to quit, I think it was during the 2nd anniversary tour, I decided to rewatch a wee bit of his videos from the start, and I think I got to episode 7, and then I got distracted with other content creators, but the first 7 episodes are just hilarious. He's like, I can't steer this thing, I can't steer. Oh my gosh, how do I activate a frenzy? Oh, you just tap it, okay.
Yeah, it was the game has come so far, but
any others?
Before we close this kind of wee talk down, I want to mention my favourite content creator, there was a wee guy from Canada that I had massive affinity for.
Oh my. Oh no.
That disappeared off the scene, and I think about him often, and I really hope that he's okay.
Yeah.
I really hope that everything's okay. I hope that he's still here, because obviously we had COVID and all that sort of stuff. There's a wee guy called Hexall's Gaming.
Oh, I remember I always used to play multiplayer and watch his streams at the same time.
And Hexall's was a young guy who was in secondary school in Canada, and he was just the best, man. He was just the sweetest guy. And all his videos have been taken down off of YouTube and all that as well now, and it makes me worried, and it makes me really, really sad, because he was the first. I used to love talking to him. I spoke to him all the time.
Yeah.
I actually spoke to him a couple of times on Stud Fit's very early rundowns, and he would come on, he'd go, "Hey Pie Guy, how you doing?" and all that, man. And I was like, "Yeah, Hexals, man, how you doing?" And then all of a sudden, overnight, he just disappeared. And I wish, in this gaming community, I wish that I could talk to that wee guy once again.
Yeah.
So Hexals, wherever you are, kiddo, I hope you're okay. And sending much love, man, and I'm sending much thanks, because you gave me and the kid a lot of joy.
Yeah.
Very early on in the game, man. Your stuff was incredible, mate. And I always used to love when you go like that. And that's all I've got. Here comes the end card right now.
Yeah.
And even though in the YouTube videos, when you make YouTube videos, they say, you're not supposed to put in end cards, but you always used to go like that. And here comes the end card. So,
You know what, I think we should give a clap to those who we mentioned and Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh, that moment silence.
I know. We just looked at each other and went, "Ah, yeah."
Yeah.
So I think that's all we wanted to cover, folks. There was a lot more things we could cover. Not really interested in new carts and gliders and all that sort of
And if you're
malarkey.
Yeah, and if you're wondering what our pipe pulls were like for the last 3 tours, they were absolutely.
Yeah. Did you not put a video up on your channel about, the yucky pipe pulls?
Oh, I don't want to mention that, but yes, I did.
Just to let people see how bad it can get sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
It's,
I should have added a sick emoji.
I know. Oh, before we go, what happened today?
Happened? Oh my gosh, stop.
Right, so yes, so you want to tell it? All right, I'll say the first part of the story. You tell us. Right. So yesterday, I was in Matt's Discord, and I was talking to Matt, and there was a guy called G Plus on Matt and Flo's Discord, and he replied back to me and he says, I'm sure I was racing against your bot today." And I was like, "Seriously?" And he was like, "Yeah, Pie Guy album, man." He said, I'm sure I was racing against you." Right, so this was yesterday, right? This is Tuesday. And we're having this conversation, and I was like, "Well, where was I? What was I driving?" and all that sort of stuff. He says, "I can't remember." He says, "But the next time, if I come up against it, I'll take a screenshot and all that sort of stuff." So I got up this morning and I put the wee man out to school, and I come in and I'm having a coffee and I'm looking through my phone, I'm looking at the news and I'm looking at the weather and all that sort of stuff as I normally do. And Matt puts up a notification and like, "I'm going to go live, I'm going for ACR, F it." Do you know what I mean? I'm going to do this.
Yes.
So I'll let the kid take over for here.
So he ended up doing a lot of tracks. Well done, Matt. He moved on to Luigi Circuit T, and guess who appears? Pie Guy Alaba on his race. His bot appeared, and how funny it was to see his bot face to face. And just saying, my dad's bot boomboxed Matt, and Matt was not happy. He's like, Pie Guy, is that you? Did you just steal my coins? Man, I'm gonna block you. Don't worry, he didn't say that, but yeah, that was absolutely hilarious.
And then one of the runs I get into first, and Matt just hit me with a red shell, and he just turned round the camera and was like, you deserved that.
So that was absolutely funny. So see if you haven't seen that part, Matt, or you haven't like heard of him before, make sure you subscribe to him and go and check that part of the stream, because you will have an absolute meltdown of a laugh.
Yeah, it was like Matt says. I put up I took a screenshot and I sent the screenshot up onto the Discord, and Matt was like, he says, that's really funny timing. And I was like, dude, I says, that's really freaky timing. Says, because the day before I'd only discovered that I had been made into a bot.
Yeah.
And I'm watching Matt's live stream, and Matt has got me as a bot on his live stream while I'm watching him live, having only discovered it 24 hours before.
And you sent me a screenshot, and
I sent you a screenshot on your phone at school.
And I looked at it after my lunch, and all I sent was laugh emojis.
Oh,
and that was it.
It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
Wow.
I know. So anyway, folks, that's all we've got to talk about. We'll end it on the positive note that we try to keep really positive. We're going to. We could have spoken about what Cooper V has put up, data mining, that sort of thing. But we're not going to. We're going to wait till Friday. When the video comes out on Friday, I guess we'll finally know what we're facing for possibly the last. There's a lot of talk that they might introduce new things into the battle tour, but we'll definitely know by the Halloween tour. We'll know where we are.
Oh yeah, see, for the battle tour, I think that's the tour that will still have new content, but after that, it's gone. So it
depends on the wording, dude. Yeah. There's a lot of people, it depends on the wording.
So my question is, do you think they're going to add a brand new battle track? And for the last time, a brand new battle track.
I mean, they possibly could. They could potentially, and this is me only putting it out there. They could actually do a Vancouver battle track.
Please.
They could do an Athens battle track.
Please.
They could do any city. They could do a Madrid battle track. They could do anything. If they've done it with New York and they've done it with Paris, they could do it with Rome. So wouldn't it be really, really interesting if Nintendo's last salvo was to have the battle tour and have all of the city battle tracks? So every city that they've ever released
into a battle track.
And
just release it.
And just release it and say, cheerio guys, that's us.
Bye.
Yep.
Get the black suit out.
So if there's no, I mean, gold, I don't want to thing me, but if who we think is coming next tour, right? Let's just say it's Gold Mario, right?
Oh.
So if Gold Mario is going to be the last character, and the glass carts and the last gliders are going to be in the anniversary tour, then maybe the battle tour is going to be the big send off and go, there's all your battle courses, there's your city battle courses, sayonara.
Yeah.
See you later.
Now
that would be good. That would be good, because then they could thing me. That would be the big surprise. That would be the big surprise. That would be the big thanks.
Yeah.
For all the people that have bought into the gold membership, for all the whales that bought the constant packs, the constant rubies, everything like that. that would be a nice way to finish it.
In the game.
And I would be happy with that.
Yeah.
You know, I would be happy with that.
And
So,
if I do get to tier 99, I'm really excited for Halloween tour because I may get a chance to get King Luigi's Mansion
yeah,
finally.
that was on your list, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I wonder, was there any other Halloween things? No, I don't think there was.
Did you not want Rosalina?
Oh yeah, Halloween Rosalina.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. One of the OG characters that debuted when I actually first played the game, because I started
You started in the first Halloween tour.
Yeah, I think that was the third tour. It was New York, Tokyo, and then Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Remember? Oh my gosh. So when they did the packs, remember there were supers in the packs. Like, in the Tokyo tour, you got Rosalina, who's a super for like £5.
yeah. It's just crazy, the evolution of this game.
Yeah.
When you sit back, one of the things that I always find really, really mental was the fact that we used to buy rubies to try and get 3 high ends and 100 pipe.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's players that are playing this game right now that would go, "You did what?"
You did what?
Yeah.
I've never heard such thing in my life.
Yeah. We like that goes back to Abdallah Smash, it goes back to Yoshi, it goes back to Go Shiny Hunter, it goes back to Zack Scott and all that, man. You know, all these original guys. And they would just, you know, you'd be sitting with 90 rubies going into 100 pipe and hoping that you get the character. And all of the guys used to score I just want the character. If I get the carton glider along the way, I'll be happy. But I don't want the carton glider.
Yeah.
I want the new character.
Who said that most out of your memory? Ryder. I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, my last thought for this video before we go, because I actually need to go and pee. We've been on here for an hour and 17 minutes, and I'm 51, man. I can't hold my water in as much as I used to. When they don't introduce, when you get to the point, whether it's anniversary tour or the battle tour, where there's no new things getting introduced into the game, what I'd like Nintendo to do, along with the battle course scenario, is let's just put every character, every cart, every glider, let's just put them into the pipe, right? Because we don't know what the packs are going to look like, we don't know what the daily selects are going to look like. They could have a change in that as well. Could it be that this will be the blue pipe?
Oh yeah.
Who knows?
I forgot about that.
Who knows, man? Maybe the blue pipe will come when there's no more new content. We just don't know, guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, stay positive, please.
Yeah.
Because there's still a lot of play in this game. It's not the play that we've been used to. But like I said earlier on, I'm quite happy with no new carts or gliders getting introduced into this game, because it's just, there's too much.
Too much.
And it will still ultimately and infinitely, it'll go down as the best Mario Kart game that there's ever been. Controversial, don't care. It's my opinion. You can have a different opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this is Pie Guy Alba
And this is MKT Kid.
saying we will see you on Friday when we react to the new tour and the new characters.
Yes.
So until then, guys, keep going. Ranked will still be there. ACR will still be there. Hopefully they'll reintroduce login bonuses, and hopefully they'll reintroduce some new incentives to keep us playing the game, even though there's no new content. But do you know what? Regardless, man, I've got gratitude for this game because it's brought me so much joy, and I hope you feel the same.
Same, yeah.
Yeah. So
very thankful.
Yeah.
Of what Nintendo have done.
Yeah,
for us.
absolutely, mate. Absolutely. So, guys, We'll catch you on the flip side.
Yes, you will. See you later.